Beatles once said, all you need is love. Really? Is that all it comes down to now? Love? I'm sure there are a lot of employers out there who would disagree with that. Could you imagine what job interviews would be like if all we needed was love? So, how many qualifications have you got? None, but I've got a boyfriend. It's ridiculous. And I suppose some could argue that love is a many splendid thing, and that love is magical. But sometimes magic can just be an illusion. Shouldn't we, at such a young and tender age, be focusing on our studies rather than relationships and love? The only thing we should be committing to is our education. Not only is teenage love time-consuming, but it is scientifically proven to jeopardize your achievement academically. I bet you didn't know that. Did you also know that 1 in 4 adults admit that having a relationship distracted them from their studies? And let's face it, love is no picnic in the park. It has its disadvantages, such as the stress that comes with relationships and love. Not to mention, making yourself look stupid in front of the person that you love. We've all been there. I'm sure even Mr. Jack Petchey himself has shared a few cringe-worthy moments in front of his crush. But trust me, none of those moments compare to my most embarrassing encounter with this one boy I met at a party, who I was happily talking to, up until the point I started to feel the slightest attraction towards him. It was like a trigger for my brain to forget everything clever and retreat to this crazy version of myself. I was a completely different person. I'm usually good with conversations under pressure, but this time I talked about cheese and how excellently it goes with everything. You could imagine me. The cheese, yeah, it goes on pizza and it goes on crackers. Eventually, he got freaked out and left. I don't blame him. My behavior towards him was mortifying. But love didn't just make me a fool at the party. I spent all my time obsessing about this boy. Eventually, my grades were slipping. And it wasn't until I got my exam results back and I saw the letter D. I am a very good girl when it comes to education. And I don't like getting Ds. A D wasn't good enough for me. And a D certainly shouldn't be good enough for you. I think it's high time we realize that boyfriends and girlfriends will come and go. But we only get one chance with education. Why not make it memorable? So I challenge you all to ask yourself these questions. How important is your education to you? And where do your priorities lie? So what will it be, guys? LOVE or GCSE? I know what I'll be choosing. Cheese!